Coach, there were frustration after the game you played in April. I imagine there is some frustration also today. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, both times we played a good game. I think also today we gave our best. You can see that it's still the beginning of the season, and we made some mistakes, but everybody tried to fight, and of course it would be nice to win, but we played against a good team. I think if we shot a little bit better, we could win the game.
What was the plan to win?
Of course, we step.
What was the plan?
Every game what we play, we try to win. So we know that.
The tactic plan, what was the goal on the court?
I mean, we know that Strasbourg have a lot of quality individually, and we try to fix their one-on-one situation and to stop the shooters. I think more or less we were successful. We received 81 points, what is not that bad. How I said, we missed a little bit in the offensive side, and that's why we couldn't get the victory.
Same question.
Yes, more or less, because it was overtime last year for last season. It's almost you have the possibility to go in overtime with the last shoot, so it means that you're very close.
On the first question, I think the frustration in this job is normal, especially when the game finishes like this. But for sure we plan to come on every game to win the game. Without this plan, you cannot play good game. This is the every goal on every game, on every competition. We come, for my opinion, in this moment of the start of the season, what Perl said, I think tactically totally ready, because after the three quarter we received 56 points. Defensively, we was more or less totally on the right spot. Offensively, in the third quarter, we little was in the problem because of the very physically tough defense of Strasbourg. We not score some minutes, some points, and in that moment, for my opinion, we received 3 hard shots of opponent team, where they give them opportunity to stay in the tough game. On the end, for sure, they deserve the win. They also fight. I congratulate for that, but I also congratulate to my team to play very, very good game. We will need to analyze to be better on the next game, not because of the Strasbourg in the continuation of the season, and that's it.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, all the best.
Yeah, that's a good team. We played against them last year in the second round, so they've already proved themselves in the Champions League. They were in the first round. They were first of their group and challenged everybody in the second round. And so we're a little familiar with each other, the game style. And they did a good job kind of slowing the game down in the first half, playing power basketball, and we were able to in the second half speed it up a little bit, make it a little bit more wild, and which is a little bit more our game. And I think it gave them some problems, but we got to just be a little bit more consistent and try to not allow teams to control the game pace a little bit better. But we're still early, we're still kind of in like a preseason, even though it's our season. Coach has been here a couple weeks. We're still understanding our identity. Last year we led leagues in steals and turnovers, and we're slowly getting to be more active, and that's where we really want to get to. But other than that, we really had to dig out a strong, hard win, and for us, in this part of the season, that's important. It gives us confidence, helps us learn, helps us grow, and that's a good thing.
You make the decision a little bit in the fourth quarter. It was the most important moment in the. What was your mind at this moment of the game?
For me personally, it's I have to just play my game, focus on my game, which is always starting on the defensive end, being active, being vocal, being setting the tone. If it's playing the point guard, making sure that I'm there, I'm active. If it's guarding, a good player like Pearl, it's making sure that I, don't give him anything easy and set the tone for the team. And if offensively, it's coach is always, with my ups and downs at time to time, it's just telling, staying in my game, staying confident, looking for my attacking ability, looking for my shot, and just being confident. And I was able to get a couple shots, close ones to the basket, which any shot for me that I can get on the move, either to the basket or on a shot to the mid range is I'm comfortable with. And they just so happen to fall. Some days they don't fall and it's a bad day, and some days they fall like today, and it gives us a help when other guys just don't have the like Marcus. He had a tough 20. Still a good 20, but every basket is tough for him because they put a taller guy on him, more athletic, and so I just got to be there offensively and defensively and as a leader for the team.
Have you the impression that you are building not the same team, but almost with one or two talentless offensively, and the rest of the team who make the bad job, who has the ugly job? You see the like underdog, like what you see is building this.
I think compared to the first year to this year, with me being here and this group with Lassie and all, I think the first year we were the underdogs and we played as the underdogs, and now I don't consider us too much of the underdogs, which they find a lot of players who have been underdogs in their career, which is, I think sometimes new for guys. But, guys, like this team, there's some guys, who want to play in a team like this. And SIG, who's played in Champions League years in a row, has been top 4, top 7 in this league. Top 4, could have been top 4 last year. So I as much as we want to play as the underdogs, we want to play with that mentality. We have to understand that when people come in here and they see us, we're not the underdogs really anymore. So that's something that, we need to, tell each other lies. We're not underdogs anymore. You have to understand guys are coming to play their best games because they want to show themselves on this kind of stage against a team like this. So that means you're going to get the best punch every night. And so you have to handle it. You got to be able to grow as the game goes on and be able to adapt as the game goes on. But at the end, like Coach is always saying, he said at halftime, you got to be tough. You got to be tough. You got to be able to handle all those small things, and I think we did that tonight.
Like you did it on Sunday. It's the
Yeah.
way you win.
Yeah.
And you don't win with, you see,
Yeah, you don't win. We'll win a couple games real flashy and beautiful. It's going to be tough. I remember way back in my career, early in my career, I was on the underdog team, and the coach always said, just be in the game, and at the end of the game, if you're one of those teams, the higher team, the non-underdog team, gets a little shaky at the end. And so that's the thing we're working on this year. You can't play with that mentality, but at the end, it's digging out wins. When you play twice a week, you don't have time to prepare all week like some teams do. You play twice a week like all of us Champions League teams do. It's about playing with guts at the end, playing physical, playing tough, and having confidence and sticking with your identity. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
This is always a special game in every year when we start the BCL for many teams, because you don't know the opponents, your teams are early, you don't really have a time to prepare, seasons are running. So last year we beat Gramo here, it was heartbreaking last second game like today. Credits for Falco, they show why they have been successful last years in their country, and last year we need to remember that they won 5-1 the first group. So it's a special team who especially focus on the European contest well, and that's why I'm happy that it was not all the time the game we wanted to play, but at the end we found a way to win the game.
It was the same game as Sunday, very close, and you take the lead in the end.
Yeah, kind of a same game. I think it's this team was moving the ball very well. 22 assists, even though you score 78 points. It tells that you're doing a good job. So they put us in the trouble today many times. But like I said, same kind of a game. But when you don't know your opponent well, you need to adapt during the game a lot, and that's what I'm happy what happened. Maybe then the second half that we find the things that gave this little difference.
It wasn't the beauty contest.
No, this is not. No, we can be very.
You are working on your basketball. You've seen it. The defense was quite efficient today because Falco is collectively well prepared. So I imagine it's a satisfaction to see that you.
I don't look too much. Number of assists. We haven't passed the ball very well, but this always comes. This has come every year, and we come with this group because they are at the end. They like to play together and are good guys. As I said, we have been focusing on defense, and we made some improvements even today. And of course, Massa was very dominant on the Sunday's game. So today it was interesting that somebody else find for me. For example, this different kind of a lineup. What we played, a little bit small ball, but Cavaliers plus 15 tells a lot about his minutes on the court, for example.
Yeah, you have a roster with different solutions.
Definitely, and we need to find more solutions to be more kind of creative to change the rhythm and change the things. But now it's very basics, and Saturday comes quickly, and next game, and then of course next week it's a great challenge with Tofas here.
Just a question about the way you find the win is by be physical, by who is your captain, DeAndre. Do you think that this new team, will look like the ones of last year, of the year before? Because you have 3, 4, 5, 6 players who make the league job, and 1, 2, 3 talents, offensive talents. Is it the way you see the next months? Or?
This is a good question and very interesting, which we don't know the answer, because also the players decided the players need to find their own roles and what they are capable the most to help the team, and that's what I'm curious at the moment, since some players are adapting and they are not, into the flow very well. Of course, it's not a surprise that then when you have a tough moment, you throw Milan, Stone and Cavalier on the court same time, and because they are the ones who's been long time here, but the others are doing their job well too, and we will see in the next weeks how the team will start to build.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good night.